won't bow down.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Just before the game, the championship ring is distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans.
Andre Iguodala.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. And going against New Orleans, their first game of the NBA's regular season. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Evans and Davis the forward tandem. And it's Asik in at the 5 spot. Now here's Green. Shot clock at 6. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And so he hits the technical free throw. Well, last year the Pelicans were a team on the rise, making the playoffs, a solid season overall, especially on the road. Really, they sent notice by what they did away from New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, 17 road wins. I mean, you say to yourself, well, that doesn't sound great. But when you're a young, up-and-coming team, one of the things that you can really value is your ability to go into hostile environments and have success. They're going to be building on that confidence.
And so it's New Orleans with it. The shot by Holiday, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Green inside, defended by Gordon. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
As for the Pelicans on the road, I mean, they had the fewest road wins of all the West playoff teams. The franchise hasn't had a winning road record since 2009 when they were the Hornets.
Now here's Barnes. Outside, Green. Clock at 6. Fires the 3, and he gets it to go. Green's got 6 points.
And for the Pelicans and their road struggles last season, they are a younger team. It's a team built around a young superstar in Anthony Davis. So taking road lumps is just kind of part of that growing process.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Bogut the pass to Curry. Green with the ball. 6 points for him. Lets it go. Again, Golden State.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Evans dishes to Davis. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Pass to Bogut. Green against Holiday. Green inside. He's got 8, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Pelicans trail by 10. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Alvin Gentry. One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
All right, Doris. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Green kicks to Curry. Bogut the pass to Curry. On the wing, Green, guarded by Holiday. The tray, and Green gets it to go. Green's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Warriors. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Now here's Green. He's got 16. And Davis sends it back. Evans dishes to Holiday. Green with the block. And he recovers it. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
It's stolen by Davis. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Hasek. Here's Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Just 4 to shoot, and Green gets it to go.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Pelicans trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. 1:24 left in the first quarter of the game. Curry can't get it to go.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Curry with the steal. .50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Here's Cole. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Perkins, he's checked in for Davis. Warriors leading by 22.
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. Curry with the steal. Here's Cole. Pass to Anderson. Looking to end the drought. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offense.
A lot of face-up, you know.
Well, I'll tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Not sure you can play any better offensively.
Very few bumps in the road so far. It's been an easy ride for him.
Barnes and Green are the forward set. Livingston and Curry are the guard set. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark. Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins. And also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Holiday against Green. Dishes it to Evans. Down low. Here's Anderson. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Taken away by Holiday. And here we go. Holiday heading to the hoop. And it's sent back by Bogut. Gordon against Green. Got that one up quick. Green's got 24 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's the screen. And that's a foul called on Money.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Omer Asik, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Davis comes in for Anderson. The drive by Gordon. Asik, the pass to Gordon. Goes up again. No good. And Golden State will come the other way. Green with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And Green gets it. to go.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's having. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
And Holiday kicks to Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Number 1, Steph Curry.
You know, to me, everything about free throws is about routine and consistency. How you set up. What is your pre-shot routine? Where you look. How you follow through. I mean, whatever he did last year, he did it better than anybody else because he led the league in that category.
Green. And the foul on Drew Holiday.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what seed would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And how about the numbers on Draymond Green? Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 11 points a game last season. 8 rebounds and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Gordon dishes to Davis. Cloak loose. Holiday, the pass to Asha. Shot clock at 6. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Asha. And with that whole concept of playoff reseeding, so often we'll see a 2nd or 3rd seed team get a 6th or 7th seed team in the second round. Meanwhile, Greg, the top seed plays the 4th seed no matter what.
You know, I think in a few cases it would have made a major difference in how the playoffs would have played out. And quite frankly, I think it also puts more value on the regular season if that number 1 seed could play a 7th seed, if you will, in the second round. So I think that's something that the commissioner and the competition committee might want to reassess.
Here's Golden State now. They've got an 8-0 run. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. Great showing for him last season. 1st in free throw percentage, 3rd in three-point field goal percentage, and he was also one of the league's most aggressive ball-hawking defenders, finishing top 5 in steals.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, fantastic at the free throw line last year. That's a tremendous asset for any team.
New Orleans moving the ball around. And here is Green. He's got 26. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Holiday.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Green. He's got 26 points, and he's pickpocketed the ball 5 times. He's carrying them right now. He scored over half of their points.
It's a one-man show, guys.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asha. Pondexter comes in for Eric Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday.
Well, last season, Quincy Pondexter was moved to the Pelicans. He really took off after the trade and played some of his best basketball to date.
Both free throws good from Pondexter. Pondexter last year was very valuable after the trade. Career highs, Clark, and points and minutes played for him with the Pels.
Yeah, and you know, he showed he can really be a 3 and D guy. Shot over 40% from deep with the Pelicans and defended pretty much every position on the perimeter.
Outside, Green. They kick it out to Green. Back to Green. Tipped away. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Outside, Green. A stupendous finish in traffic. Green's got 33 points. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
It's stolen by Green. There's a minute left to play in the first half. Five on the clock. Can he keep it going? And the Warriors tack on two more.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And Cole kicks to Davis. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Perkins is checked in. 34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Green with the basket on the assist by Barnes. 39 points for money.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Passes it to Perkins. He dishes it to Pondexter. To end the run. Ajinça in the post. Working on Green. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so it's Golden State with it. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Outside, Green. Drilled it right as the clock hit. And through one half, it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance. The home Golden State did not hesitate to set the pace. Looking absolutely unstoppable. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Pelican 5 right now. Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Asik in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Green, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Second, Eric Gordon. Third is Stephen Curry.
Well, both of these guys had what I call in the gym range, or you could refer to them as snipers, just deadly from behind the three-point line. They line it up and knock him down.
Well, whether you call him the brow or ant or the future, Anthony Davis made the leap in year 3 to franchise superstar. I mean, still, though, he remains humble, determined to improve, and dedicated to maximizing his immense potential.
Holiday with it. Now Green defending. The shot by Holiday, no good. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And Green gets it to go.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And his former coach, Monty Williams, played with some greats. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. He says he sees that same desire to dominate in Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he wants to be great and doesn't see himself as a finished product, which is a good thing. That means he's going to continue to stay humble and hungry and put the work in.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. The Pelicans have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Holiday. And Asha kicks to Holiday. Outside for Davis. They get a hand on it. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball in a hurry.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
And back to Tyreke Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. That 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards. Too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And, Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in a box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player. The guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multifaceted guys we have in our league.
And Asha throws it down.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And here are the Pelicans now. Knocks it loose. It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is, always communicating and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And, Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does.
For New Orleans, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Last season was possibly the best of Tyreke Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie.
Here's Evans. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. Bogut high post. Green against Evans. Again, Golden State.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Green dishes to Curry. Back to Green. Bogut with a screen on Evans. 4 on the shot clock. Green inside the three-point line. Nice jump shot. Good. Green's got 51.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
They get the rebound. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Barnes passes to Green. And Asha sends it back. Wow! Evans kicks to Gordon. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits, and that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Truly an iconic record. I mean, 100 points. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around, but Wilt was a man among boys, a player who changed the way an entire sport was played. Truly a revolutionary.
There's the steal. Anderson against Barnes. Perkins with a screen on Green. Cole dishes to Perkins. The Warriors pull it in.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And here are the Pelicans now. When this game is finished, they'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Green in the post. He's covered by Anderson. Outside, Green. Knocks it loose. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cole, the pass to Perkins, and Cole kicks to Anderson. Here's Ajinça, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, you also get to set your defense.
And it's out of bounds to the... Here's Cole. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Kicks it to Anderson. Takes the 13-footer. It'll count. Off the mark. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Warriors shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Green is out there with Curry, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. So that's the group. Here's Cole. Now the feed to Cunningham. Here's G. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Warriors ball.
Now here's Curry, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And just way too early to tell how this year's group of rookies will turn out. But just from an early look, they seem to be a group that can contribute. Definitely not going to be a class with a small impact on the league.
Outside, Green. Six to shoot. Takes a 3, and he gets it to go. Green's got 54 points. In the 2015 draft class, the big thing is how many guys are polished coming into the NBA. It's a good blend of raw talent and certainly skill.
Yeah, I like the way you said that. This class will always be headlined by the 2 big men, but there's a lot of value throughout the rest of the draft, too.
It's stolen by Green. That one goes. Count. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they've played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Another steal. Here's G. New Orleans moving it around. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The drive by Green. The turnaround Jay. Good. Green's got 58.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And it's Cole missing.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Another steal. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Golden State's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And stolen by Perkins. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut.
That's his third personal foul.
Here's Pondexter, and it's blocked by Bogut. And they're able to recover.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Alexis Ajinça comes in for Cunningham, and it's Luke Babbitt in for Alonzo G. Green inside. And the shot is good. And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. Pondexter with it. He's against Green. Pondexter, no good. Outside, Green. And the layup is good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
Clark, what do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
Simply field goal percentage. They shot the ball much better than the opponent.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Green. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
And so it's New Orleans with it. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lets it fly from 18. That's good.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cole, guarded by Green. It's stolen by Green. Can't connect. So we see the Warriors taking the game.
Congratulations.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our... It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is... And that's it for our...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a win against Denver. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Now, Golden State's starting five. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Green is out there with Curry, and it's Iguodala at the 3 spot.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us hated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you props.
And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Monty Eunice. Rebounded by Bogut. The Warriors have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against New Orleans.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the score by Houston. It's stolen by Lawson. And here comes Lawson leading the fast break. Monty Eunice kicks to Lawson. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Here's Green. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Poked away. Pass to Lawson. The shot misses. And Golden State will go the other way with it. And there's Green on the assist by Curry. And it's 9 points for Money.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5. And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Now here's Green against New Orleans, who is really on his game. 2 on the clock. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Well, Dwight Howard had that back surgery, and he's had knee trouble, and he is no longer quite as dominant Clark as a player we saw back in certainly his younger days in Orlando.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Kevin, he's still in the conversation for best centers in the NBA. I think he remains a superstar big man when he's healthy.
So it's the Rockets now. Lawson the pass to Howard. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further. And you remember back in Orlando, Dwight Howard, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, not to mention a slam dunk title. He's lost some of that lift, but still has more than just about any other center in our league.
The Rockets making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. .156 left to play in the first. Beverly against Green. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Green's got 18 points in the game.
And Howard missing a lot of time last season with very knee issues. He's taking taking his training and conditioning regimen to a new level, it looks like, to kind of preserve his body for the long haul.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Well, looking back, on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would. would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division, and as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs, but the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, a bit ago, Kevin McHale and I were able to catch up. He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th, and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence
in the paint.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers. They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out. And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Clock at 2, Green. And the Warriors get it back.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And as the first quarter. And Steph Curry, a player with in the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretch. I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Curry is out there with Green, and it's Bogut in at the 5 spot.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Here's Beverly. The shot will not go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. James Harden is second.
And looking back, his points per game really underscore the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
We've seen Money really having a great game.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Let's take a look at numbers for James Harden. Coming off a terrific season, putting in about 27 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
The drive by Green. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Green's got 4 this quarter.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Beverly dishes to Howard. And so The foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Here's Green and the Warriors. Check on 2 more.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
And Beverly kicks to Howard. Can they get it? Draymond Green pulls it in.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Here's Beverly. The Rockets with another miss.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
2 minutes.
5 on the clock. Curry kicks to Iguodala. On the wing, Green. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala. And that's now 30 points for money.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Montezumas has checked in for Terrence Jones. Ariza comes in for Brewer. And it's Lawson in for Patrick Beverly. Montezumas grabs the miss. And Lawson, here we go. He feeds it to Howard. A shot by Harden, wide open. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do.
Oh, my. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Kev.
And Green slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And it's the Warriors' ball. Big time run continues here. 16-0, shutting it down.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
The shot and game clock separated by 4, and he gets it to go.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Lawson right side. Howard setting the pick for Lawson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Green. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. So as we can...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Golden State did not hesitate to set the pace. Amped up and ready off the tip, they immediately went on an 11-4 run. From their first bucket of the game to the end of the first quarter, they held on to that lead with an iron fist, never once giving it up. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution. Good And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Talk about a terrific game for Green. He's got 39 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
Motiejunas and Howard, the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. Green against Lawson. Doubled by Howard. Green, the pass to Bogut. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Draymond Green. Good season for him last year. Last season, shipped in 11 points per game.
It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. You brought a lot of money, but me, I'm catching tidy tummy. You make me sleep. I try and try, and I start to be sensible. You know what I mean? And so it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. And next time we'll talk it over. Of static, and me, I would like it automatic. Oh, what did you think would happen next? Oh, what could it ever be? So it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. Next time, let's talk about it. Or maybe start again.
Man, CC, I'm beat. Another long day, and we have a big game this weekend.
Yeah, I hear you, Freak, but don't forget, we still got to get up early in the morning tomorrow so we can get a few extra shots in before school.
Right. Then I probably should finish my homework.
Hey, hold up. Homework? Nah, I know we can think of something better to do than homework.
Oh, hold on now, son. You got homework to do? You need to get on it. You too, Victor. Now, you know I don't like the idea of these early morning workouts. You need your rest.
All right, Pops, I know. We got it.
Right.
Swish.
Man, that was your line.
Oh,
my bad.
There you go.
Cut. Your line. This year, NBA 2K16 will take a new approach to your My Career story. Expand your world of something bigger and better than ever before. There's a lot more of being a great baller than what you see in the court. High school, college, choosing an agent, getting drafted, developing a personal brand, and family. The pressure to start is very real for you and everyone around you. But the rewards can be equally as powerful if you're willing to put in the work. So let me tell you a story. Shazam! Step into my world where you can be the story. See what it's like to be the next NBA phenom, the next Frequency Vibrations, a.k.a. Freak. This is Living the Dream.
DJ Khaled, Convict Music, we the best. Yeah, we taking over. Listen, spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on to North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it's warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ask Cali. Catman, Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing that spinning, going down Bennett. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel here switching. Red light stop, make it drop for the go. With it. Anything you hear that I said, I meant it. Can't got the crown, then spread out with it. Say you need I said I get it. We can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless
It's what I does. I get money every day I does that. It's how I ride. Black flag on the left too. And ride, you better move. Yeah, get you like shine that's on my neck. I'm big like Diddy. I'm with it. Cali, we did it. Biggie in my city. Please don't fit it. And I'm too the brother get stupid. Money that come running like water. Money so hot. Miami on fire. You better be. Might get from the porch of your forces. Yeah, they see it, but no one reports it. I run in, strip routes, follow. Versace, you can see me in that Porsche GT, coming down Sunset, sitting on D, feeling like Pac, all eyes on me, fresh bandana and I'm man trees. Please, I spit every verse. Some say Cali, some say Khalid. 12 years down and I'm finally free. We can supply you. Birdman dead, I'm number one. Can't make me wrong, so we got him done. The family, I'ma give him some. Spent that conda. He didn't run. Sunday had a whole church singing the song. Why they had to send my baby home? With some that paper long. Been a G in the game, now my son on the throne.
I am the beast. Feed me rappers and feed me beats. I'm untamed, I need a leash. I'm insane, I need a shrink. I love I need a leech. Why complain on easy streets? I don't even talk, I let the visa speak. And I like my Sprite Easter pink. And my wrist special pop at the music.